Hey everybody, I was literally just about to go for a paddle in the river, and behind me is total blue sky, but right where I am is a storm. And literally it's like a Hollywood special effects thing behind me. See the edge? See the edge? So like literally my boat is being blown on the ground. So I'm just going to try to capture some of this for you, and hopefully it blows over. I'm not going in the water till I'm sure it's safe. All right, so let's get some B-roll. Whoa, blew my boat over. Woo! Oh my God. Whoa. Holy crap, my canoe just blew halfway around. I thought it was upside down and it wouldn't blow, but it blew. All the boats are racing back. Oh my God. This is speedboat just racing back, because this looks like a supercell. I mean, it looks like there could be tornado kind of stuff happening here. Woo! Sometimes you don't even need to be in the water to be excited and to feel alive. Sometimes just being outside is enough, right? So hopefully I haven't wrecked my boat. I think what's going to happen is this is going to blow over and I'm going to go paddling. We'll see. I'm going to hang loose and I'm going to see if I can just put my boat someplace where it won't get blown away. Probably is already there. It's against a tree, so hopefully it hasn't been harmed by being blown. It's my boat. It's my baby. Anyway, crazy stuff. We'll see what happens. I'll take more as it develops. Ah! All right, so I'm out of the wind in the car here, and I'm gonna just flip the camera, and now it's blue sky. It's blue sky right above me, but it's really windy, and we have some really good waves. So my canoe got tumbled, and a tree stopped it, but it actually got cracked a little. But you know what? Like, this is wear and tear, baby. Like, I'm using this canoe, and it didn't break it. It just, there's a couple of cracks in the Kevlar, and I think they're probably easily repairable. Not a big deal. But I learned in high winds, secure the canoe before I videotape shit, right? I have to learn stuff by doing. I'm a kinesthetic learner. And I don't know if you're aware of it, but there's lots of different learning strategies and different ways to learn. And if you're someone who learns by just seeing, that's more of a visual. Some people learn by hearing, that's an auditory. I'm a kinesthetic. Like, I can see it and read about it. I can hear about it, but until I do it, I haven't really learned it, which is why I learned NLP and hypnosis and immediately began to teach it so that I could learn it, so that I could really use it. To really use it is to master it, right? And it doesn't mean anybody treats you differently or that you go around feeling, I'm a master. It's just like, I have a set of tools and I know how to use them. That's what mastery is. It's not exaltedness, right? That's all it is. And a spiritual master is not some exalted special person. It's just somebody who's just like, you know, I'm gonna grind in this. I'm gonna grind it, and I'm gonna grind it till I freaking get it, right? Till I understand it enough to make sense of it. And that's what I'm trying to do every day in a number of different areas, right? And it's all driven because I'm a really good songwriter, and all my life I've tried to get people to listen to my music. There's a kid over here singing. All my life I've tried to get people to listen to my music, but I didn't know how to do it. I could write it, but doing something with it was hard for me. So I learned all this other stuff to get my music out, and in the process I realized, like, you know what? It's not about getting the music out, it's about the process of doing something so big with your life that's so hard for you, right? Now for someone else, their big thing, their mountain, their Mount Everest might be something else. For me, it's recording and sharing as many of my songs as I can before I croak, right? That's like one thing, but then what is it for you? What is it you really want to do? It could be as simple as learning to rollerblade, right? I've never rollerbladed, that looked like fun. Or renting a stand-up board and go paddling. Or it could be as simple as taking a day off and not doing something with the family, but just going and doing something for you with you. It may be learning how to actually speak up and speak your truth in a way that is kind and yet gets the point across. That's one of the things I'm working on, right? So whatever it is, it's a process, and we have to be willing to be bad at it first. We have to be willing to try and fail and to not do it perfectly and to just keep at it, right? So now that the storm looks like it's blown over, I'm gonna go paddling. I love you guys. I'm having fun. I'm having a fun time. I'm really liking being with you guys on the river, on the water. And thank you for your comments. There's been some great comments lately, and people, I'm trying to do this in a way so that I'm not doing it to please you, but to please myself. But to do it in a way so that if there are other people out there kind of like me, it would please you too. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do as a guy who's trying to really work on the pleaser thing. Because I want to speak the truth to people, but I want to do it lovingly. Because holding the truth back doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel honest. But speaking the truth sometimes feels really awkward and hurtful. So that's one of my edges, one of the things I'm working on. And that's it for now. I'm going to get in that canoe. I'm going to get in the canoe. I promise I will be careful. Okay? I'll be back soon. Wow, that was some of the most intense paddling I've ever done. Just out on the river behind me, the wind is blowing. It went from a dead calm to like this gusty, steady, intense blow, and it almost looks like another storm is coming through. So we may be at like a front of cold and hot air, which is usually unstable. So I didn't go far, but I went out and I paddled against the wind and against the current. And this is an important metaphor for you to remember when you're struggling, particularly in the beginning, when you're trying really hard but you're not getting results, right? Paddling against the wind just the length of Henry Hudson Park was the most intense workout that I have done yet in the canoe. Literally my muscles are shaking. But it was awesome because I wasn't thinking, oh, this is hard. I was like, okay, gotta line up for this next wave. Oh my God, gotta paddle up. Okay, gotta paddle now. Oh, paddle hard on the right, hard on the right, hard on the right. So it's fully engaging in the moment, and to the extent that there's no way I could hold a camera, and I didn't want to take the time to hook up the GoPro on my chest and fuss with it. I just wanted to get out there, you know? So I'm gonna have to bring you there in your imagination a little bit. But then there's a tricky point. I'm like, okay, I want to go back. I want to go back with the wind at my back. But turning to these pretty good sized swells that are coming means I'm going to be sideways to them and sideways to the wind, and they're going to act on the boat, right? So just trying to make that turn and then thinking, okay, I can I can just kind of coast on the way back. But no, the rollers were so big that if I didn't paddle like a maniac, I didn't have any control, and there's that weird kind of sideways slide thing that it does. This feels like, oh shit, I'm going in and it's coming over and I'm gonna be sunk, and you know, so that gets your heart moving, you know. So the excitement, I'm not a guy who seeks out excitement, but what I want to point out, and particularly for my peak performance people, for my athletes, that you cannot underestimate the power of an adversary who you cannot second guess. You don't know what the weather's going to do. Like, it's one wave at a time. I'm trying to keep this boat upright and me going the direction I want to go. And it felt really good to pour my heart into it, but it was also like real. It wasn't fake. It wasn't in the practice room. It wasn't a virtual reality. It was reality. So if you want to improve in life, you got to find a river to paddle against. You got to find conditions that change all the time. Oh, welcome to life. Life just does that. Welcome to relationships. Relationships do that. Welcome to dealing with other people. Other people do that. Every day is your worthy adversary. In my song, God Is at Home, We Are in the Far Country, I say, you know, every day is a friendly robber. Every day is an opening door. You know, it's like every day is a relentless miracle. Every day is the sweetest holy war. It's like, that's what we're here for, people. We're here to work on our shit, to own our shit, and wait, wrong order. We're here to know we have shit. We're here to own our shit, and we're here to work on our shit. Then, in that process of teaching other people, hey, you have shit, we all have shit. Once we know we have shit, we can work on our shit. And once we're working on our shit, we can share that experience with each other and help each other do it faster, easier, and better, so that we can live like modern Jedi mind masters and actually enjoy this fucking ride. Right? Let's fucking enjoy it. I just had so much fun being alive on the Hudson River. Oh, I hear a big motor. Oh, it's a train. I'm gonna go out and chase some more excitement, some more energy. But if I don't come back, oh, I love the sound of a train in the distance. Woo woo. Man. Good being here on the river with you. Thank you so much. If you like this, please subscribe. I'd love to have you join the gang. And if you do subscribe, ring that little bell. So like, you know when I've added new stuff. And I have pledged to add something every day. And I did something late last night, so this is probably gonna go up late tonight. And I'm being sucked back out to the river. The tide has turned. The tide has just turned, and now it is flowing back towards the ocean. What tide is turning in your life right now? Think about it. What's the first thing that pops into your mind when you think about the tide turning in your life? Focus on that. What's good about it? Make that big, bright on your mental movie screen. Do it now. Boom! Oh my God. And remember, if you live in North America, you are part of the 1%. What are you gonna do about it? All right, bye. Talk to you later. Boom. All right, I'm out of the wind now, and I'm gonna have to put the camera down. Does not feel good to be holding this stupid camera in these waves. Holy shit. All right, well, it's a little less windy than it was. Just see where the water and the wind take me. Ooh. This guy has a wake though, so I'm putting the phone down. Okay, so I don't know how I'm going to put this together, but if I were to tell this as a story, or to put this together as a story, I would now say, okay, where was I last? Oh yeah, so there was a big boat that came up, and I went out and I tried to capture the boat from the quietness of this little cove that I'm in, and try not to hit the dock. And so then I went out, and because the tide has just turned, it pulled me out into the river. And so as the boat was going up, like at one point I almost dropped the paddle. So it's hard to do the filming and be in the experience sometimes, but it's also hard to show you the experience unless I'm filming it. So what I did is what I'm doing now. I was talking, and then I was drifting towards the river because the tide is going out. So this big boat came up, and the wave was significant, so I put the phone away. And then I rode the waves. It was awesome. It was awesome. And then I turned and paddled against the wind as hard as I could again, and then came back. So I've done essentially one set up, one set back, another set up, another set back. So I'll probably do one more set. Because like it's really go out, it's like sprints, essentially. I'm doing sprints. And I think that's, again, interrupting routines comes down in peak performance. Interrupting routines comes down to allowing your body to adapt to lots of changing circumstances and conditions, right? It's like if you're a horse trainer, you don't just train your horse on a dry track. You have to train it when the track is wet. You have to train it on hard track, on loose track, on all different kinds of surfaces so that your horse can just deal, just do it. And our bodies, that part of us is an animal. Your unconscious mind is essentially an animal. You animals. So the thing is, when you are challenging yourself, you want to balance the discipline and the rewards, right? The will and the imagination. The imagination will always win. So you need to spark your imagination. So like I'm out there, I don't need to be coached to paddle hard. The weather and the conditions are my coach. They're going, dude, paddle like you fucking mean it, And so that's why we need worthy adversaries, so that we can handle actually dealing with life. Because sometimes life doesn't go, oh, can he handle it? So let's be gentle on him. Let's not hurt his feelings. No, life is like, gonna happen. It kicks your ass or it doesn't. It's up to you whether it kicks your ass. And I choose to kind of catch a lift from it, to surf on it, to ride it up and down and enjoy the frickin' ride. So now back into the cove for the third time. In all the excitement, I filled up my my iPhone storage. I need to remember to remove the videos every day that I make, because I'm making a lot of them. So, couple of things, and I think I might be using Be Still the Water for this particular episode, because the water is all calm now out there, and you can see I'm in the cove. It's just the conditions are very different. It's calming down. It was just raining a second ago. You can probably see the raindrops on my glasses, and the raindrops here in the calmer part in the inlet here were cool. So I was like, oh, I gotta capture that with my phone, and I tried, but it was full, so that caused me to empty the storage. In the meantime, the weather changed. The weather has changed like 4 times today, so there's an old saying, if you don't like the weather here, wait 5 minutes and it'll change, right? But again, out here on the water, you have to pay attention to the weather because it affects you. You have no control over it. The sound of a train. You have no control over the weather, right? You don't take it personally if the weather turns. You just do what you need to do. But with people, we take it personally and we get our feelings hurt. And what that does is it pulls us out of resourceful thinking mode into fight or flight. It triggers our immune response. It triggers our stress hormones. It triggers all the things that only used to get triggered when there was like a dangerous animal around or an actual enemy, you know? And so then we don't know even how to talk to each other. We don't know how to negotiate. We don't know how to resolve our differences. And I'm not saying you people, because I struggle with this. And there are people who I just click with and they get it. There's a rainbow behind me, by the way. Look at that. There's a rainbow in your future. Oh. There we go. That's the way I want to be seen from now on. The man with the rainbow coming out of his head. All right, I don't know where I was when the rainbow showed up, but anyway. So the thing is, none of this, I didn't expect a rainbow. You know what I mean? It's like life gives you stuff that you haven't prepared for. So it's improv, people. Prepare. And that, it might be a good thing to go take an improv class. Like, why not, right? I wonder if there's one in Albany. That could be interesting. Because you know what? It's also a sword that you constantly need to sharpen. And the beauty of life is it helps you sharpen your sword every day, right? So that's it for now. I think that's enough. I think I've spouted enough. I think we've had enough excitement, some adventure, some action, and my boat has a crack in it, but it's not leaking, and the fibers on the inside are fine. So it probably just needs a little thing. And I don't know if, I guess probably in the fall, all the Hornbeck boat owners make a pilgrimage and drop their boats off for, you know, repairs. And I'll probably do that, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it during season. It's got to be an off-season thing. So anyway, I'm so glad to be here, people. Aren't you glad to be alive? It's like the things that being alive allows. Pretty cool stuff. Rainbows, sunbursts, changes in weather, amazing people in your life. It's a good thing to be alive. Thanks so much. Over and out. I'll talk to you in the next one. Boom. All right, so one last look before I go home to compare to how crazy the wind was earlier. It's calm. I can sit out here. The canoe is not being tossed around. There's no riffles. It's just glass again. So I'm gonna give you a shot the other way. So that's it. See you in the next one. Thanks again. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate you showing up. Peace. Be still the water, calm waters run deep. Be still the water and a hush falls over the sea. Be still the water, calm waters run deep. Be still the water and a hush falls over me. Speak the truth and the truth will set you free. Speak the love and love is all you'll see. Embrace the quiet and you will feel fulfilled. Embrace the silence and let yourself be stilled. Be still the water, calm waters run deep. Be still the water and a hush falls over the sea. Be still the water, calm waters run deep. Be still the water and a hush falls over me. Stormy days, windy nights, set your course for the beckoning light. Listen to that still small voice that always leads you right back to joy. Be still the water, calm waters run deep. Be still the water and a hush falls over the sea. Be Be still the water, calm waters run deep. Be still the water, and a hush falls over me. I am already given to the power that guides my life. I cling to nothing, so I've nothing to fight. I still my thoughts, so I can clearly see. Unattached and at ease, I set myself free. Be still the water, calm waters run deep. Be still the water, and a hush falls over the sea. Everybody now, be still the water, calm waters run deep. Be still the water, and a hush falls over me. Be still the water, calm waters run deep. Be still the water, and a hush falls over the sea. Be still the water, calm waters run deep. Be still the water, and a hush falls over me. Be still the water, and a hush falls over me. Every time I try to stop, I can't. It's so beautiful. I've been just sitting here looking at the sky. Like, when's the last time you did that? Like, we are so in our houses all the time. We are so in our workplaces all the time. Inside, inside, inside. And I didn't realize how starved I was for the out of doors. Oh my God. Whew. So anyway, that's just a short thought. I don't know where I'll put it. Oh, I can't stop. I don't want to stop. Thanks for being here with me. It's fun, isn't it? It's a lot of fun. Doing what you like to do. Be still the water, calm waters run deep. Be still the water, and a hush falls over me. Be still the water, and a hush falls over me.